Have you ever stopped to wonder what's really in your morning cup of instant coffee? You reach for it for convenience, for that quick kickstart to our day? But what if I told you that morning ritual might be doing more harm than good? And what if the company you trust knows all about it? Let's talk about Nestlé and the secrets hidden inside your favorite instant coffee. Every time you take a sip, you're likely ingesting something called acrylamide. Now that's a big word, but what does it mean? Acrylamide is a chemical that can form in foods during high-temperature cooking processes, like frying, roasting, and baking. And when it comes to coffee, it forms when the beans are roasted. The darker the roast, the higher the potential for acrylamide. This chemical has been classified as a probable human carcinogen. Here's the really concerning part. An internal study, reportedly conducted by Nestlé itself, found evidence of this. They knew. But instead of alerting consumers or changing their processes, this information was allegedly kept quiet. It raises a serious question. Why would a company that positions itself as a leader in nutrition, health, and wellness not be transparent about what's in its products? We deserve to know what we're putting into our bodies, don't you think? But the story doesn't end with what's inside the cup. It extends all the way back to the people who grow the beans. Think about the price you pay for a container of premium instant coffee, maybe around $8. Now consider this. Many of the farmers who cultivate those very beans earn as little as $3 a day. Let that sink in. $3 a day to support themselves and their families. This massive disparity between consumer price and farmer income is at the heart of a deeply flawed system. The conditions on some of these farms are heartbreaking. Reports have surfaced of children, some as young as 8 years old, working in the fields. They're exposed to and handle powerful pesticides, often without basic protective gear, like gloves. Nestlé talks a lot about sustainable sourcing and has initiatives like the Nescafé Plan, which they say helps farmers. But when you hear stories like this, it forces you to question the real-world impact of these corporate programs. Is this what sustainability looks like? Children handling toxic chemicals for a poverty wage? It seems like a world away from the happy, smiling farmers we see in their advertisements. Now let's talk about the environment. Many of us are trying to make more eco-conscious choices. We see eco-friendly packaging or sustainably sourced labels, and we feel good about our purchase. But we need to look beyond the label. To meet the massive global demand for coffee, vast areas of land are needed, and the way that land is cleared matters. Traditionally, coffee was grown in the shade, beneath the canopy of native trees. This method supports biodiversity and maintains a healthy ecosystem. However, to increase yields and speed up production, many large corporations, including Nestlé, have shifted to sun-grown coffee plantations. This requires clearing vast tracts of land, and often that land is precious rainforest. We're talking about an area equivalent to tens of thousands of football fields, completely deforested. This habitat destruction has a devastating impact on countless species, pushing already endangered animals closer to extinction. It also accelerates climate change, as these vital forests, which act as the lungs of our planet by absorbing carbon dioxide, are destroyed. So that eco-friendly cup might have a much larger environmental footprint than you ever imagined. And what about our health? We're constantly bombarded with messages about wellness and healthy living. Coffee brands often market their products as part of a healthy, active lifestyle. They're branded as wellness fuel or a clean start to your day. Let's take a look at a popular choice, the vanilla latte. It sounds innocent enough, right? But did you know that some of Nestlé's flavored coffee products contain a staggering 15 grams of sugar per serving? To put that into perspective, that's more sugar than you'd find in a can of Coca-Cola. This sugar is added to enhance the flavor, but what it really does is contribute to our overconsumption of added sugars, which is linked to a host of health problems, including weight gain, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. They are essentially selling us sugar-sweetened beverages disguised as coffee, marketing them as a healthy choice. It feels less like wellness fuel and more like diabetes in a cup. And it's another example of a marketing message that seems completely at odds with the reality of the product. Let's circle back to the farmers for a moment. We mentioned they earn as little as $3 a day. Some estimates put that figure even lower, at just $1.50 per day for some. This isn't just a number. It represents a cycle of poverty that is incredibly difficult to break. When you support companies that perpetuate this system, you're inadvertently funding this inequality. The entire supply chain is built on a foundation where the people doing the hardest work receive the smallest share of the profit. It's a model that benefits the corporation at the immense expense of the farmer. So what can we do? It can feel overwhelming, like we're just one small person up against a global giant. But our choices matter. Our wallets have power. The first step is to stop funding practices you don't agree with. But that doesn't mean you have to give up coffee. It just means choosing better options. First, explore your local roasters. Go to your local coffee shop, talk to the baristas, and look at the bags of beans they sell. Often, they have direct relationships with the farms they source from. They can tell you exactly where your coffee comes from and how it was grown. You'll be supporting a small business in your community and likely getting a much higher quality, fresher product. Second, look for certifications on the packaging. Labels like Fair Trade Certified are a good place to start. While no system is perfect, these certifications are designed to ensure that farmers receive a fairer price for their beans and work under better conditions. It's a step towards a more ethical supply chain. And third, consider brewing your own coffee from whole beans. This way you completely avoid the instant coffee process where issues with acrylamide can be more pronounced. You have full control over the bean, the roast, and the brewing method. It might take a few extra minutes in the morning, but the peace of mind and the superior taste are more than worth it. The purpose of this isn't to scare you, but to empower you. Knowledge is power. These large corporations rely on us not asking questions. They rely on us grabbing the most convenient option off the shelf without a second thought. But we are smarter than that. We can demand better for ourselves, for the farmers, and for the planet. Share this video with people you care about. The more people who know the truth, the harder it is to hide. These are the kinds of stories that powerful companies would rather you didn't see, so let's make sure they are seen. It's time to wake up and smell the real coffee. Thank you so much for watching. If you believe in getting to the truth and want to see more content that challenges the status quo, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Your support makes all of this possible. See you in the next video.